Alright, we are continuing from where we left off last time. Same place. Same bat channel. Whoa. Is this like some magical force field? Like, is it Dalaran in Warcraft or something? I haven't played like Warcraft that much, like World of Warcraft. So I'm no expert.
Can't do that.
So many bad guys. Captain.
I can't do that.
Oh fuck. Sparta.
Can't do that.
Kick, kick, kick.
Can't do that.
Punch, punch, punch you in the ass. I noticed that some of their like attacks, even though like it's supposed to be different, but the basic effect is quite similar. So much loot, I don't like to have
can't do
so
that.
much loot.
Now is the moment.
Yeah, games like this, they're like first world problem games. Like,
Let's go.
there's so
Good. My axe is ready.
fucking much loot that, I don't know, just gets overwhelming and annoying. But this loot
Finally.
is good.
My spear is hungry.
My cook is hungry, yeah. The last time I was talking about like that I did a thought experiment. Fuck, Bible interrupts
While
me
David
again.
was away, the Amalekites raided Ziklag. David had been raided.
And it came to pass when David and his men were come to Ziklag on the third day that the Amalekites had invaded the south and Ziklag and smitten Ziklag and burnt it with fire and had taken the women captives that were therein, and they slew not any, either great or small, but carried them away and went on their way to rape in their rape culture.
The Amalekites previously, so they probably wanted revenge.
But yeah, last time I was talking about my like thought experiment. I forgot what like the details were and stuff. But the point was that I was trying to figure out like what is the function of our like modern society, because like okay, so this is the escape line, because it doesn't really seem to make much sense what is going on with society, like with all of this, I don't know, just soulless capitalism and
I can't do that.
consumerism, constant war, and now of course, back then it wasn't so obvious, but now of course the far left and social justice warriors, and they're like just, I don't know, destroying everything. It's like because like in the old days, like it's like an fairly reasonable thing to so many abilities. I guess I should like try to
do that.
change abilities, level them up. But like in the old days, like is it like to just look at most societies like the elite for like even like sort of tyrannical and unjust societies. The elite wants to benefit itself, like it wants all the riches and is there an onslaught going on? So yeah, the elite wants all the resources and the riches and I don't know, women and whatnot. and it's like it's a very, it's not maybe a moral thing,
As a young
but it's
man,
like somewhat
David
reasonable and
continually relied on
understandable.
God when making
Like yeah,
decisions.
you want, you're greedy, you're lustful, you're prideful, you want to fulfill these, you know, desires and stuff. It makes sense, but I don't think modern society is so simple. Let's read this first. And David said to Abiathar the priest, Ahimelech's son, I pray thee bring me hither the ephod. And Abiathar brought thither the ephod to David. And David inquired at the Lord, saying, Shall I pursue after this troop? Shall I overtake them? And he answered him, Pursue, for thou shalt surely overtake them, and without fail recover all. Okay. Recover from damage. But yeah, I think nowadays, well, especially nowadays, like looking at how the elites seem to like just despise their underlings. I think like in, you know, Germany and stuff, I think they actually want the, you know, they rejoice when stuff like Rotherham or like last New Year's Eve in Cologne and stuff, when like I don't know, Muslim migrants rape women, and it's like they sort of laugh it off like ha 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 ha, oh you should just take it like a woman, or because that's like I don't know, they really do
I can't do that.
despise the people, or like maybe they actually like it's their perverse religious view where they think that rape is like some necessary ritual. Like maybe yeah, I think I may be a complete conspiracy nut, especially nowadays, but like I think that the elites, much of what they believe in is like really like satanic, and it involves all sorts of like rituals of rape. And yeah, just look at Bohemian Grove and all of that stuff, and oh fuck.
I can't do that.
Ooh.
I
Kick him
can't
down.
do that.
Kick a man while he's down, okay?
I can't do that. I can't do that.
Fuck.
I can't do that.
Don't run away, you
I
bitch.
can't do that.
Yeah. I thought as
can't
much,
do
you're a
that.
bitch. Collect some ass. So because so yeah, I think anyway, I think it doesn't like I don't think there's any like very rational way to explain that the elites that we have, they're just greedy and they just want more. And I think there's a more sinister but also
Time to shine.
like
Onward. Time to dull this Let's crack. I thought you'd never ask.
sinister and like they're like a more alien.
Now
And
is
I
the
don't mean alien necessarily as like, you know, extraterrestrial, just alien philosophy or spiritual beliefs that guide them. So yeah, that was like, and back then the only explanation I could fathom was basically that yeah, they're
Except for 400
like
young men who escaped on camels, David completely destroyed the Amalekite army. This was something Saul could have done, but didn't.
so yeah, it's like back then I figured like yeah, society has to be controlled by aliens, like extraterrestrials, because none of it makes sense like if you try to look at it from a like human perspective. And David smote them from the twilight even unto the evening of the next day, and there escaped not a man of them, save 400 young men which rode upon camels and fled. Yeah, so I did. So yeah, it's the. But nowadays, I don't necessarily think it has to be like aliens or something. But like just theoretically speaking, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, let's say like someday, I don't know, Jesus comes back like next year and tells everybody the truth, what is going on in the. Oh, I should go sell the crappy loot I have. Like, yes, let's say Jesus comes back next year and tells everybody the truth about what is going on, and I wouldn't be like surprised if the elites are actually like reptilian shapeshifters, or like if they are aliens mind controlling people with, I don't know, some laser beams, or like none of that would really surprise me, because I think the whole world is so
Finally, time to shine.
fucked up already.
Wise. Good. My axe is ready for battle.
So wait, this is good shield. The good shield. Okay, this is too high. This can be used. This can be used. This is.
Let's crack some skulls. Time to shine. Finally, time to start swinging.
Swinging, swing, 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 swing.
Let's
low,
crack some
sweet
skulls.
chariot.
Wise choice. For King David.
Let's go. Follow me.
Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow.
Thank you. My axe was getting a bit thirsty.
My ass was getting a bit itchy.
I thought you'd never.
Let's crack some skulls. My turn.
Let's crack.
Time to shine.
But yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if the world is controlled by reptilian shapeshifters. Like, you know, the movie They Live. Like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you should go see it. It's a great movie. Like, I think it's very philosophical about this, yeah, alien elite. Like, some people, like, you know, the guy puts on the sunglasses and then he sees that some people are actually some sort of like skeletal demons or aliens or something, and starts fighting back. And I like whether or not you, yeah, I don't know if it's, you should take it literally, that are the people who are running the world actually, I don't know, aliens or demons or something, or if they like, they basically like for practical purposes they are. Because yeah, that I can completely get behind, that the people ruling this world, they are.
Thank you. My axe was
Utterly.
getting a bit thirsty.
Like evil / inhumane
choice.
in their belief systems and how they behave, how they rule the world, and all that
For the
stuff.
Lord.
So
Let's crack some skulls.
yeah, in that sense, I don't think it's at all stupid to believe in like reptilian shapeshifters or aliens or any of that. Like theoretically speaking, like practical ontology, like what does it do? Those things actually exist or not? I like, I guess I have to say, like, I am curious, but still quite skeptical to the whole question of like what actually, like, and like I said in my previous video, I think there is a sort of like weird metaphysical and supernatural, like something exists, something supernatural exists, or something beyond what we understand as like some paranormal stuff, be it ghosts, demons, spirits, extraterrestrials, like something like that probably exists. But what exactly? Because we have lots of both like ancient myths, but also like modern interpretations about it, and I have no idea which of these interpretations are most accurate and stuff. But like, yeah, I would, because like when you look at the elites, they clearly believe in lots of like occult stuff. Like just look at CERN, the Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland. They have like I don't know, Shiva dancing there, and all of this, like this kind of symbolism can be found everywhere. Or like where there's the, you know, all-seeing eye you can see on the dollar bill and all of that. And I think this, like if you go to a church, a Christian church, there's the cross there. Except like there was one church in Helsinki in Finland. I was like, do they have the, like, it said it's a chapel, but I didn't see any like obvious like cross or mention that it's a Christian chapel. But like when I went inside, there was like some, I think there was like a cross at the altar, but it was like very sort of like, oh, we're like embarrassed of being Christian, which is dumb. Like if you're a fucking Christian, then be a Christian. And you know, like they go too far in not like being not trying not to like push their religion onto others. But anyway, that's another story. But like, yeah, it's yeah, I think the elites in this world, at least, they believe in all sorts of weird supernatural stuff, and I don't know, at least they still seem to be in control, so I guess we should take it seriously. Like, I guess they are, to a certain degree, insane, but to another degree, they are brilliant.
With the Amalekites defeated, David and his men were reunited with their families, who had been taken captive. Every man, woman, and child that had been taken from Ziklag was accounted for. The Amalekites were proficient raiders and had amassed a large amount of plunder. David and his men took it all.
Loot. I am your
David sent
maker.
much of the loot to the elders of Judah with the message, "Here is a gift to you from the plunder of the Lord's enemies." In this way, David built relationships that he would soon need. 400 Amalekites managed to flee on camels. David and his men had no mounts with which to give chase, and thus, these 400 young men escaped David's wrath.
It's like 400.
David
Like in
then
Sparta,
turned his
there were
anger
300
toward
badass
King Saul.
people who fought, but
Saul had
Amalekites had 400 who fled
Would have happened in the
the
first
fury
place.
of David.
Forget what lies behind you, David. Instead, be thankful. The Lord has delivered our victory today.
You're right, Shammah. The Amalekites will pay for their crimes. I will follow the command of Moses to wipe out the Amalekites, even if Saul did not.